policy. Thank you for using GTL.
Hey, what's up, sis?
What's going on, bro?
Nothing. I forget where we were in conversation, but it ran out pretty quickly on our last call.
It did. It always do. Every time we get to kicking it.
So we
was talking about.
Well,
go ahead.
I know I had mentioned getting some audio content of you on the next call. Are you up for that?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
You got questions?
I always got questions, naturally. But the most important question is, what does the world need to know about you? You know, what is, you know, you're speaking directly to the world, and we can break that into multiple little clips, or we can do it all in one. But I need the world to hear you.
Okay.
So, what does the world need to know about you?
Well, the world needs to know that I am actually innocent of the charges against me, and I need help from the community coming out of this situation. I need for the people in power to make a decision, to make one regarding my case. My case has been open with Wayne County CIU since 2018, and I just really don't have any information on if the investigation is being done or what is happening, how we're moving forward. My files are missing, and that's the last thing I know. I had a court hearing in 2021, and the prosecutor said there was no police, no prosecutor, and no FOIA files for me anywhere. And after that, it's been pretty much silence. So now I'm reaching out to the community for help. I need answers. I need to get home to my family.
So you've recently posted a challenge to people, asking people to, you know, become directly involved and to take a couple of simple steps to prove that what you're saying, this extraordinary story that you're saying online, is the truth. And to do that, people may need to use a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act. So I've undertaken that personally, and I'll be following up with you about what the results are, what the interaction is like. So hey, we will stop. Oh shoot, that is. Sorry, Tamerra. So yeah, I've taken on that challenge, and I want to definitely encourage other people to do the same. Once they do, and they find out that you're telling, you know, the truth, that you are being railroaded in a sense, what do you expect, or what do you anticipate to happen after that? Do you think people can make a difference?
Yeah, I know that people can make a difference, because that's how all of the change happens in the world. Community comes together and they get answers, and it'll be some solution, some relief, exoneration, my freedom back. I'm ready to restore my life.
You know, the charges that you're convicted of are violent charges. It's armed robbery. I think people naturally hear that and get timid about going further, and I can understand that reaction. So what do you say to people who judge the convict by the conviction?
I would say that those accusations are 100% false, and being guilty of living a lifestyle that wouldn't be ideal for most. Yeah, I've learned and I've grown from that. But robbing and hurting my community, no, I don't do that.
So you're not taking that charge?
Nah.
Okay. So it sounds like what you're saying, in short, is that you don't have to be innocent to deserve justice.
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that my life hasn't been perfect, and that throughout the course of my growth, I was living life my way, on my terms, and I thought that what I was doing was right at that time. However, as I reflect back, I see how even with selling drugs in my life, that's even wrong for the community. So now I do no harm to the community, not even the animals, the ants. I have a different thought process with how I see how my actions affect everybody on the whole. And I'm not living life selfishly for my gain. I don't profit off other people's pain. I'm 100% accountable for what I did in the past, but those actions are not how I'm moving forward. And I just need people to look into that situation and see it for what it is, that the story don't even make sense. I was 30 years old when they handed down this sentence of 32 to 50 years. And it's past time for this to be rectified. I need justice.
Tamerra, thank you for explaining that situation, that story. I know it must. I'm sure it's not easy to revisit. The day of such a harsh sentence. For people who don't understand or don't know your situation yet, can you give a brief explanation of how you were railroaded?
Okay, so I was railroaded following the sting operation to pick up some money that was owed to me. And when I showed up to get the money, the police was everywhere. I get to the police precinct and they say that a week prior to my arrest, there was a robbery. And I proceeded to tell them that I was the one robbed. That no, there was no robbery. So my thing is, play the tape of the phone call. If you listen to the context of the conversation between me and the young lady that called me there, you would see that those things couldn't have happened. And it was the scene was set at the casino, where there's videotapes, surveillance at every inch of the casino. Pull the tapes, but they never did that. Although they were ordered to do so by the judge, they did not. But what they did was dismiss the case and reissue it and proceed as if none of those things exist.
With a different
and that is my issue. Yes. We picked the jury, then they dismissed it, and then we went through everything from the beginning of me turning myself in, so I had to go turn myself into jail again, sit in there for another week, hire another attorney, bond out again. Like, it was just everything to continue to screw me in the system.
Now, this is where someone's socioeconomic status can effectively get them locked up. Your lawyer, if I understand you correctly, when the case was closed and reissued 20 minutes later, your lawyer said that they no longer had an obligation to you, and that to further represent you, they would need additional payment, which you did not have.
Yeah, he wanted more money.
So you needed more money to get justice. In other words, you came up short on cash to buy justice.
Yeah, but see, this is the main thing. The first time around, the judge ordered the lawyer to walk me in and walk me back out, and I wasn't supposed to pay any more money. So the lawyers say where there's no charges against you, there's only charges on your co-defendant. So after that, the weekend go by, then he say, it's a warrant for your arrest, go turn yourself in, and I'll represent you if you pay me $5,000. And my thing is, you did this on purpose, and I'm not paying you anything, and we're done. So from that, I had to end up finding another attorney to represent me, and I did so. And then my co-defendant, Case, the person that they alleged to be the gunman and the robber, he was in jail when all this happened. So his case was dismissed. Yet I am convicted of acting in collusion and aiding and abetting a man that was proven to be in jail when all of this went on.
You know, this is sadly not unlike some other tragedies that I hear every day, but yours is unique in just the amount of gymnastics that had to be done, it seems like, to hang you, to stick you with this sentence. And now this is 32 to 50 years. This is effectively a life sentence. It might as well be a life sentence. You're not, you weren't 10 years old when you got it. You were already 30 years old. You're a full adult. And while you are waiting, there's simple steps that we can take. So people need to definitely go follow and like the MissCarrying Justice page. MissCarrying. That's one word. MissCarrying Justice League on Facebook, and they'll begin to see what when they log on there.
Yeah. Oh, they'll see the stories of the women that's incarcerated in the only Michigan prison who face similar injustices, who deal with all sorts of circumstances and conditions, and in the environment that we're locked in. And you'll see the reality of this situation. And nobody should be here and they're innocent. Nobody should be here and they don't deserve to be. Nobody is perfect, but nobody deserves this.
So you serve, I understand you're the vice chair of the local NLA chapter. You serve as the choke point, if you will, or a critical lifeline to a voice, something that's becoming alive, its own breathing entity, which is a lifeline or a communication line that's open to all the women of Michigan, all the incarcerated women in Michigan's prison, through what you do. What is the rationale behind creating that outlet, and what have you learned since you could?
The rationale was my experience. I knew what I needed, what I didn't get. I knew what I began to get through seeking and searching and reaching. And I just wanted others to know that there's hope for them too. They just have to reach and they have to do. And I can't carry the world, but what's open for me, I'm opening it up for everybody to come along and share their stories. And maybe we can get the help and the resources, and maybe somebody to see it and reach and touch, change a life. Because there's a lot of women here that's just hurting. And I was that woman here hurting, reaching.
Hey, I lost you there for a second.
Come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hey, so look, it's lockup time. So, we'll pick back up on this.
Okay, well, good luck. Thank you for checking in, and I look forward to hearing you when you call back after lockdown.
Okay, definitely. Love you, bro.
Thank you. All right, Tamerra. See you later.
Bye.
Policy.